I'm putting a hoodie on so it feels like I'm recording this on a different day. I don't know if it's just a weird thing about me. I don't know if I have some sort of like weird mental thing, but I hate when my sleeves, even on t-shirts, ride up in my hoodie. I've hated it since I was a kid. I can't stand it. Can't do it. I just have a lot of weird habits. Oh, the split. Yeah, dude, I just have a lot of weird habits. Maybe not a lot of weird habits, but it feels like it because I'm the only one living in my body 24/7. That's some shit that took me a while to process, and I don't even know, you know, to me it feels like a while to process, but to other people, I have no idea how many people have processed it themselves or not. I've come to the realization that I'm the only one living in my body 24/7. To myself, I feel like I talk a lot, and definitely since I've started making these kinds of videos, I've been more comfortable talking to people. I used to just not really talk that often because I grew up with a lisp and all that shit. My entire life, I felt like I've talked a lot, and then I come to realize that people don't think I talk that much. And it's because I've heard 100% of the words I've ever said in my entire life. Everyone else hasn't. No one else has heard 100% of the words I've ever said in my whole life. There's some people I just don't talk around for no reason. It's just I don't have anything to say. Or I feel like I shit a lot. I feel like I shit more than the average person. But it turns out I shit the average amount, the normal amount. Oh, whoa, they changed the YouTube studio. I like it, but it's so weird. Whoa, what? Yo, in MW2 Ground War, you can actually get into the other team's helicopter if you time it perfectly. I mean, it says return to the combat zone, but still, like, this guy just pulled a James Bond type mission. He hopped in, beamed everyone, then threw a semtex at the driver and yeeted. He just dipped. If you kill the pilot, it just hovers there with nobody in it. When I do it, I get cut up by the blades. Yep, So yeah, considering no one has been around you the same amount of time you've been around you and you've been in your head, no one knows you at all. Anyone can think they know you, but no one knows you, and everyone lives their own existence. And that shit is it's so natural. Like, it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense, but it's still difficult to think about. Sometimes it's easy to forget that you have to actually communicate with people. You can't just use telepathy. You can't just think about something really hard and they get it. And sometimes even if you try to explain it, other people don't get it. Get the fuck out of here. What are you trying to do? One of my worst habits is probably communication. I just don't talk to people enough. I have a bad habit of using telepathy, just all the time. It's so bad. Another bad habit, biting my nails. I'm getting over it. And my nails are the longest they've been in a long time. That's the longest they've been in a long time. You know the white bit of nails, I forget what it's called, like the white bit that's not actually attached to your finger. If I see that, for whatever reason, my brain tells me that I have to get rid of it. So I've been working very hard at trying to not bite my nails. Pretty easy when I'm working and everything, but where it gets difficult is when I'm driving and when I'm rendering videos. Like when I'm watching one of my videos back or rendering one out or making a thumbnail, like while I'm focusing, I'm just biting my nails. I've seen people wrap their fingers in band-aids. I've seen other people put this weird, I don't know, like a paste thing on their fingers that tastes really bad. Like it's edible, but it tastes really bad, so it makes you not want to bite your nails. I don't know if that would work, because then I would just pick my nails. Oh, my protein's kind of warm. Oh, it's all gelatinous in my mouth. Oh, Jesus. You know, the funny thing is I actually remember the day I started biting my nails. It's the thing my dad's done since I've known my dad my whole life. But he's not the reason I started. The reason I started was because I remember I was in like 3rd grade or 2nd grade, and there was this 5th grader, bro. There's this 5th grade girl, and we were at gym class, or there's a study hall or whatever. It was a bunch of grades in one area. Maybe it was basketball camp. I don't remember, but it was all these different grades in the gym, just shooting hoops, just playing basketball. And I saw this girl, and she was the most beautiful girl I had ever seen up to that point. And I looked over and I saw her biting her nails, and I was like, I really want to be like this girl. If I'm like this girl, if I do the same things as her, if I mimic her, she'll like me, you know? This 5th grader is definitely gonna like this 2nd grader. That makes sense. So I started biting my nails, and then it just became a habit. I just never stopped. And honestly, I'm kind of surprised that I developed the habit of biting my nails, toenails because I have a traumatic short nail experience from when I was little. Every single time I think about it, it still makes me cringe. You know how it is growing up? Maybe not. I barely remember this, and the only reason I remember it is because it's traumatic. But before you're old enough to use toenail clippers, you can't clip your toenails. When you're like 3 years old, 2 years old, your toenails are growing, but you're not the one clipping them. I don't know if you remember this, but your parents are the ones doing it, usually. Unless your parents are busy and they make your older brother clip your toenails, and he's only 4 years older, so he's like 7 years old, and he doesn't know how long toenails should be. And I think there was an oversight by my mom, because my brother happens to have really abnormally small nails, like fingernails. I don't know why. It might be because he bites them. I don't know. He's just always had really small nails. I'm not flipping you off, but you can see mine. His are naturally like half the size, like half the length. And it's just, they're not bleeding or anything. That's just how long they are. He's 7 years old, had no direction, and he thinks to himself, I should just make his nails match my nails. He has toenail clippers in his hand ready to go, and he has my foot, and he starts clipping. He starts going, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine. And then one he clips, and I look down, he's trying to take half my toenail off. And I'm like, dude, no, like, stop. But I'm 3 years old. I can barely utter out words. I also had a lisp. I deadass could not pronounce half the alphabet when I was before 6th grade. And he's clipping my toenails at half the length they should be. He's just matching the length of his nails. And it is excruciating pain. I am certain I was bleeding. And he didn't know any better, so he's clipping my nails, and I am screaming. He just thinks that I'm being a little bitch about my nails. That's all he thinks. To be honest, I don't remember much more than the excruciating pain and me screaming, so I don't know where else I was going with that, but yeah, I've had my toenails clipped way shorter than they ever should be, and I wouldn't recommend it. Wouldn't recommend it at all.